What is up, interwebnet people? Welcome back to another Talks Online. Today, well, this episode, we have lovely Danny Murray. Hello, Danny.
Hi.
Hello. Danny is a cosplayer and Instagrammer. You go by DM Cosplays and Danny's Art. Yep.
Yes.
Yep, they're all going to be scrolling on the screen as we go. So please go and check out her pages and see what she does. She joins us as the lovely Bowsette.
Thank you.
Why did you choose Bowsette today?
I've always wanted to cosplay, and I was going to go to it as Con, and now it's cancelled. I just decided to throw.
Yeah, just throw a cosplay and just feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
But why? You said you liked it. She's like a favourite of yours, seeing as like the whole Bowsette thing blew up last year.
She's not really a favourite, I would say, but it's just something different, something not anime. I just thought I'd do my own version.
Yeah, it looks very good. It does look very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So how have you been during the governmental grounding? We have to get this out of the way early.
To be honest, I've been quite lucky. It's just the same. I've still got like an income coming in and stuff. It's just not, just I can't see people. Like, I haven't seen my mum in a long time.
Yeah, it's the same here. I mean, I haven't seen my mum or my mother-in-law now for a good 6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah,
and, they are really missing. But luckily, through video call, we can still chat. You can. So what do you do for a living, Danny?
I used to be a tattoo artist, but because I suffer with seizures, I've had to quit the job, but now I still do my artwork and commissions for people and paintings.
Oh, right, yeah. Yes, so you do a lot of artwork. What's your medium? What do you like to use the most?
I do like my digital art, but I love oil painting.
Oil painting.
Yeah.
I could never get paints. Paint for me was just an absolute mess. And so with all the stuff that I do, my little sketches and whatnot, I just stick to markers because I don't go wrong with markers.
I think the drawings you've been doing lately are really good.
Oh, thank you. I just quickly sketch stuff. I don't do it for like the fact that I want to draw something like really, really, really well. I mean, there are some where I really take my time, like 2 or 3 days over something, but I'll quickly sketch something in about half an hour, and then I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Especially love Jubicora one. I find
Jubicora one. I wonder why. Yeah, I did that one. Yeah. So me and my little sister have been having little drawing contests between us, just to like keep us occupied.
Yeah.
Talent must seem to run in the family.
Yeah.
No, so honestly, some of hers have been really good. I mean, she did the Wolverine not long ago, and she did a Superman. She's worked on Iron Man as well.
Oh, nice.
She likes the superheroes, but she's picked up herself some basic alcohol markers. She can't really get used to them quite yet, so I'm going to teach her some techniques to try and get the colour better, or to stop like streaks and lines coming into it. But can't do that until we can go out again. But I'll give it as much advice as I can.
So, Danny, what do you think is so appealing about art, and why did you want to become an artist?
Pardon? Say that again, sorry?
Why did you think? Why is art so appealing, and why did you want to become an artist?
Funny story. I remember when I was like a little kid, and I just saw like a little paper anywhere. I was like, I'm just gonna draw, and then it just carried on from there. I remember a show from my childhood called Smart, and I loved it so much. And I used to watch that a lot. And I used to have a folder chock full. I was just a load of drawings. I was just like this little nerdy kid at school carrying giant folders full of drawings.
I still have one. I still have my folder, my big black folder with all my little Polly Pockets in it with drawings in each one. Over the past, over about 3 years. Yeah, I've still got it somewhere. I think it's in my front room somewhere. If Helen can hear me, bring my folder in. Art folder.
Is it okay if I show one of my paintings real quick?
Yeah. The big black one. Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. I say this is the strange thing about art though, because you've got a lot of people who. Thank you. You got a lot of people who do art as a hobby now, but never did art at school.
Yeah.
It's weird because if they go back to school now doing the art that they do after they left school, they do really well at it.
Yeah.
Helen's just thrown me my folder.
To be fair, I went to art school and I didn't like it. Oh my god. Oh wow.
This is stuff I did like 2 or 3 years ago.
That's still so cool, man.
Yeah. I'll see if I can like spot some of my favourites, and I'll just throw them in every so often.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where did I put the damn thing? I
So
think I gave my favourite picture away to a friend.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did a picture of Talkaka. You know,
Blue.
That's the one, yeah. I did a picture of her, and I think I gave it away to a friend.
Oh, he's my favourite.
Is it? You keep talking while I do this.
Do you think art and cosplay go hand in hand?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Cosplay is art. Basically, it's just like a different form of art, like you are the canvas. You just decorate yourself.
Cool.
I
wish I was an artist.
This is one that took me ages.
Like Bob was.
Oh, is that Grell? Yeah.
That's my boudoir grell, yeah. But with me, the drawings that I do, I really struggle to draw out of my own head. I'll think of something and I just can't draw it. But if I find something on the internet, like Google or like a picture, I can recreate it. I can redraw it. But eventually, all this practice, it will eventually work that I can start drawing my own stuff.
That's how I started out.
Yeah. I mean, people always say to me, says, "Oh, you've copied from such and such." And I said, "Well, yeah, because imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. Yes, I am copying them, but I'm copying them for the sake of me learning, not for me to earn money."
As long as you're not straight tracing, that's fine.
No, I'll just look at it and I'll refer back to it and I'll draw a bit more, refer back to it, draw a bit more. And then if I want to, I can like maybe move an arm or move a leg or change the hairstyle a little bit and just try and start bringing in my own style into it. It's just when people get to the point where they actually have a go at you saying you are copying, you are outright copying. But,
people have always going to say things. It's just you just learn to ignore them.
Yeah. It's just one of them things. I mean, I only started drawing really because I was getting bored at work and I just used to nick the paper out the printer and start doodling.
Doubling.
Yeah, I just doodled. I just did really quick doodles, and then they started coming into let's actually draw something. And I used to get to work like half an hour early, and I used to just draw something half an hour early. Well, here's one.
Cool.
Yeah, you like your Bakura.
I love Bakura. Yay!
Now, I took the card art. And I just modified a little bit, so I put horns on and stuff like that. So I just changed it a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was one of the awesome ones I did.
To have the change of heart wings tattooed on my back one day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I still play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and I still trick people with that card, even though it's technically banned.
It's never banned.
It didn't used to be banned.
It didn't used to be, no, but it used to be a horrible card for you to go and play. Somebody play, oh yeah, change your card. I'll steal that Blue Eyes White Dragon off. Like, damn it.
It's in my deck. I just go recover it.
It was an overpowered card, to be fair. Yeah.
Me and you, Danny, we haven't actually had a game together, have we?
No, we should. I was actually saying to Helen, I think, a while ago, because I'm a very shy person. Like, it scares me, like, talking to people. And I don't have much friends. And it'd be, like, really cool if I got to know you and Helen.
Yeah, Helen's game of choice is Weiss Schwartz. She plays that on a regular basis. I know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! She does to a degree.
Yeah.
But obviously everybody has a game of choice that they learn and they like. I mean, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! All the way back when it was like the first ever decks released, where there was no effect monsters whatsoever. It was all vanilla monsters. You had Yugi's deck, you had Kaiba's deck, and that was it. That's all you had. If you had Kaiba's deck, you pretty much won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I picked up a starter deck about 2 or 3 years ago because I wanted to get back into it, play casual.
Yeah.
And apparently half the cards in that deck now I can't play anymore because they're illegal. But
Blasphemy!
I play a very Michael's going to put a little clips of that guy from Red and Blue saying that's illegal.
Am I?
You might do.
Send me the clip,
I play
and I will.
a variant of Declan's deck from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. I play the DDD monsters, and they are an absolute nightmare to play against.
I actually gave up after 5 because I don't associate myself with the rest.
Now, the thing is, though, a lot of people that wanted to play, I didn't know half the rules. I didn't know like what XC summoning was. I didn't know what pendulum summoning was. So I had to go online and just learn how to play it. And I picked the deck up and I did some tweaks to it. And if I get like the ideal opening hand now, I can get my ace monster out on turn 1. It's a level 8 Exceeds monster, 3500 attack, which can wipe the board with his abilities. So discard this card, wipe the board. It's like, okay.
Do you play the phone game of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, no, I don't play Duel Links. I used to play Duel Links. I don't play Duel Links anymore. It just got to the point where I just had less and less time to play it. And it was just
I only played to unlock the core and that's it.
Yeah. You want to talk about online card games? Talk to Michael about online Pokemon.
Well, yeah, I'm only playing Pokemon on the trading card game online at the moment. Not during this chat. You know, I'll wait till after the chat.
If he wasn't,
just shut the server down.
Everybody's got their own game. I mean, for me, my game of choice is Magic the Gathering. I love playing Magic. I love playing Magic. Michael likes playing Pokemon Online. Helen plays White Shorts. Obviously, you've got a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Yeah. But it's just one of the things. Everybody has their own game and they like to play it a lot. But as they start playing one game, you find that you start like moving to another game.
Oh yeah.
Over time, because you think, oh, I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Would I like playing like Magic the Gathering? But none of the systems are the same at all. But you can pick it up really, really quickly because you know card games.
I actually picked up a card game not long ago. It's the My Hero Academia one.
Yeah.
And you have to recruit heroes. It's so fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a card game. I've actually got some decks and I've got some cards of a game which is probably older than you, Danny.
Oh,
yeah. Have you ever heard of an anime or a cartoon called Duel Masters?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Did it come out after Digimon or before Digimon?
I think it was about the same time. It's basically, if you look it up on YouTube, it's actually not a bad card game. The actual series was awful. It was god awful. But you always have that one like bad guy that everybody swoons over. You know, obviously like you with Bakura.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Duel Masters called Kokujo, and he plays just solidly black cards. Obviously, the evil character. I've got his deck somewhere, but I used to play that ages and ages ago. So I've got like 5 different card games I could fall back on if I wanted to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. You said you played Magic. Played Magic, or you know Magic, yeah?
Yeah, I know Magic.
You got a deck of that?
I use my boyfriend's instructor to get, so I'm still learning, so he teaches me.
I've got a few decks which people call my take the piss decks. But they're not legal to play in any tournament. They're just like casual, bring what you've got.
Yeah.
Like to play with friends. And one of mine, actually 2 of mine, one of mine works off graveyards. So basically, the more stuff that's in the graveyard, the better my deck becomes.
That sounds naughty.
I've got one creature in my deck which has a power and toughness equal to all creature cards in all graveyards. So if my graveyard is full of like 20 creatures, my monster is an immediate 20 power.
Oh no.
And I can make him fly. There you go. You've literally got this flying wolf coming right at you with like angel wings on it. It's great. That's my one deck. My other deck is one that me and my little sister built up. So that's technically her deck, which is like stopping my opponent from attacking. It's like, oh, I put this big creature out on the field. Okay, I'll turn you into a frog. And I'll put another big creature out on the field. Okay, I'm going to turn it to sleep. I'm going to make you asleep.
Oh, that's naughty.
And I'll put another one. The thing is, though, people can't get rid of them because they don't run the right cards to remove the problem. So it just stops them from attacking. It's great. That's why I'd say take the piss decks.
That sounds fun.
I love that sort of stuff.
Horrible to play again.
So, Danny, I'm going to talk about your cosplay as Bowsette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I noticed earlier that you had a big shell on your back.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to spin around so I can get
Yeah, that'd be great.
Spin around.
Oh.
That's nice.
What did you make that out of?
Pardon?
What's it made out of?
Oh, I just bought a shell off eBay for like £10, and then I just cut out some foam, stuck it on with glue gun, and I just painted with spikes.
Ah.
Do you have any issues wearing certain cosplays, like people banging into your shell or?
I've not had that experience yet. The last con I went to Blue Eyes Dragon in India, and I had these big shoulders. And it wasn't people's fault, but like people were bashing into them, and I was getting really angry. But obviously, I can't be angry at other people. But yeah.
I have the opposite problem. I bang into people because I can't see. I can't. I genuinely can't. 3 of my cosplays have got giant heads on, and I can't see. I've modified them a little bit. So the mesh that I use over the eyes, the mesh is slightly bigger, so I can see out of it better. It's mainly the main problem of getting a head that big is finding where to put the eye holes.
Yeah, that's because you couldn't get it lower.
Sometimes the best thing to do is either look through the mouth or look through one eye hole and just constantly be looking to the side all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get back into cosplay though. I'm missing it now. I mean, it's been over 6 months since my last convention.
Have you got any future cosplay plans, Danny?
I don't know if you guys know the cartoon. It's more of mine when I was a child. Have you heard of a cartoon called The Ultimate Book of Spells?
No.
Basically, it's this magic book with like weird things. Obviously, it's a spell book. There's this girl from there called Cassie, and I really want to cosplay her. And another one is, have you heard of One Punch Man?
One Punch Man, yes.
Genos is going to be my next one.
Ah, good. Is that your favourite cosplay for your character from One Punch Man?
Yeah, he's my favourite. He's my husband.
Here you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I've done a picture of Satanus somewhere. Oh, here it is.
Nice. But hopefully around the time.
I got the cape the wrong colour though.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, hopefully around the time I cosplay Genos, I should have a baby by then.
Yeah.
And I could dress him up as Saitama.
Yeah, I was thinking about modifying Makara Sensei at some point, instead of being yellow, make him a different colour.
Oh, do it the angry one.
Do an angry face.
Or the one where he's like got a green circle.
Oh, the one that, oh yeah, because his face colour dictates his mood.
Yeah. Oh, what you could do is have the circle, and on the other side you could turn it and it's the X.
I could do that, yeah. I could do. I literally just spin it around.
Yeah, like no. Deny.
Yeah, that would be quite cool actually. I said all of these heads now that I'm doing, I'm just making them out of polystyrene balls. I just find it a lot easier to work with rather than trying to mache them, because they don't last long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's definitely getting an upgrade. Hopefully by the end of the year, so I might be able to take him to. If Doki Doki Festival's on, I want to take him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Birmingham will run in November?
I would presume it might do.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking that everything should be back to relative normality probably by the end of September. That's what I'm thinking. But because obviously the situation was with me and Helen, we booked to go to SunnyCon at the end of June.
Oh yeah.
Birmingham cancels March, so we can't go to March, and they rearrange it. They rearrange it for the exact same weekend as SunnyCon.
I don't think that's happening.
So we can't do SunnyCon because SunnyCon's now been cancelled.
Oh.
But it's been postponed till next year, so our tickets are still valid for next year.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's very
So,
good.
obviously, if for any God miracle the Birmingham is actually on in June, which I very much doubt it's going to be, me and Helen might pop over there for a day. If not, our convention season will probably start in November and do the whole Doki Doki thing, because we haven't heard anything from the organisers of Doki Doki yet, of which me and Helen are part of anyway. So we're assuming Doki Doki will go ahead, and if Doki Doki goes ahead, most likely Birmingham will go ahead.
Awesome.
I'm hoping so anyway. But obviously we can only do what the government recommend us doing. So if conventions cancel, then they cancel. There's nothing we can do about it. All they can do is just reimburse us any tickets that they've offered, and things like, or say we're going to do it on this date instead. Are you okay doing that? If not, we'll refund you. Which is what Birmingham did for me. So that's all. It's all good. I mean, we will get back to some form of normality, and conventions will go ahead again, and all that sort of stuff.
I have some sort of little one with me next time I go to a con.
Yeah. So is there any convention that you haven't been to that you want to go to?
I've never been to SunnyCon. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, big convention. I mean, me and Helen want to go to Japan to a convention over there.
Oh yeah, same. To be fair. Like
Yeah.
Hyper Japan or something like that.
Yeah, Hyper Japan's in London in July, but again, that's if, ands, and buts, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go to a KupoCon. I want to take Aurum to KupoCon at some point. So that might be a next year thing. But I was thinking about taking Helen. Me and Helen were trying to decide if we should actually go on not a foreign convention, but maybe go over to Ireland or
That'd be cool.
somewhere in Europe and go there for a weekend, something like that, just to start getting us used to travelling.
Yeah.
The only problem is getting stuff onto a plane. How am I going to get Koro Sensei's giant head on a plane? I have no idea.
They'll have to go in luggage.
He'll go in luggage, yeah. Put him in a giant box saying, "Do not break this, it has a giant head in it."
Oh my god. They'd definitely check that out.
Oh, it would, yeah. I'd definitely have to check that with a big fragile all over the box.
You can always mail order it to your hotel.
Mail order it to my hotel a week in advance.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, actually. So I'll ring up some hotel in Ireland and say, "I'm sorry to bother you, but next week you will receive a giant yellow head. Don't ask any questions, just hold it for me." They're going to go, "What the hell?" They're probably going to want to open it and see what's in it.
They will open it, and they'll probably wear it. All the members of staff of the hotel will have it on their head at one point.
I don't mind, as long as they don't break it. As long as they don't break it, it's fine.
You just
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple of other cosplays in the pipeline. I mean, I've got Wesker I want to do. He should be pretty easy, but even him getting his stuff onto a plane. I mean, am I going to be able to take a BB gun and 3 vials of T-virus onto the plane? I have no idea.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you can just imagine me walking through the terminal as Wesker holding a big, massive Resident Evil Umbrella Corporation case. And I say, "What's in the case?" I flick it open, it's 3 vials of liquid. It's like, they'll get arrested.
Do you remember that scene from Mr. Bean where he's in the airport and
Yeah. He puts his gun down and his fingers on the floor. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, my next big costume, obviously after Koro Sensei, I want to do another Pokemon. I definitely want to do another Pokemon. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can work on Trevenant. You know, the big
Oh,
haunted tree. I want to do him. He just looks fun to do. And just like walk around as a giant tree. I'm like, okay.
I really want to cosplay Peggy Carter. I really want to cosplay Peggy Carter from Captain America.
Oh yeah, the
Peggy Carter.
Yeah, I know the one you're on about.
And just steal it out and dress it up as Captain America.
Yeah. I'll tell you something I could do if I did Trevenant. It all depends on which convention I go to, which season I go. And if I go early, like in the spring, I can have him covered in cherry blossoms.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
In the summer, have him as green leaves. And in the autumn, have him as yellow leaves and orange leaves. And then in the winter, have him bare. Have no leaves on him at all.
I'm sure there's like cherry blossom. You could like put little ones and those all over.
A big cherry blossom crown on him.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the winter one, a big nudist tree.
Nudist. literally have Trevenant walking around with a big black bar across him where his bit's supposed to be. It's censored all over him.
Oh, pixelated.
Yeah. Don't look at me. I've got no leaves on. Oh boy. Oh. I'll tell you something. I'm getting tired now. I'm gonna have to have my dinner. I got fish and mashed potatoes.
I thought you were having dinner at the same time I was having dinner.
No, it got postponed. I had to do something.
Oh.
I'm now hungry. I'm genuinely hungry. Oh.
Well, this interview will be aired on Sunday at 9:30.
Yeah, it's Sunday at 9:30. Yeah, we're finding the evening showings of the stuff seem to generally get better views.
Yeah.
I think everybody's settled down for the night and they want to just watch telly or something, so they stick YouTube on.
Yeah. They stick us on their big screen TV.
And we talk about absolute random crap for ages. It's great. Oh, it's been good. I've liked these interviews. I think it definitely is a good format considering the situation at the moment. And if we can't go to the conventions, then we'll bring the interviews to you guys.
Exactly, that's an awesome thing to do.
Yeah, it's been good. And so our last interview, our other guy Gary just randomly popped in and popped out again.
Nice. Is it okay if I get the laptop charger because it's going to die? I'll be 1 second.
If you want it.
Yeah.
She's got a tail.
The laptop might die.
I have my phone hooked up. I have it by cable. It's charging.
Please read.
It looks like you're strangling the laptop.
It looks like what, sorry?
Strangling it.
Yes.
That's what I'll be doing to the viewers who aren't subscribing.
This is why I don't like computers and things like that. I'm not a massive techno person because every time I turn a computer on, it always shouts at me, tells me I'm doing something wrong. It's like, you can't do that, you can't do that, this is error, this is error. It never tells me I'm doing something right, like, oh, you really did that document brilliantly. It's like...
Oh, my laptop always screams at me.
Well done, Windows has started successfully.
Yay, good job. You pressed the on button properly.
You can now browse your favourite websites.
Woohoo! When it comes to technology, I've been watching these things on YouTube called Tales from Tech Support. Good lord, are they funny? Oh, they are hilarious. It's like the general adage: have you got the power turned on? And it's like, no. So that's your problem. He said, I can't connect to the internet. I said, is your internet on? No. That's your problem. You have people like having 5 or 6 minute conversations about something completely stupid, and people are literally banging their heads against desks because they can't get it over right. It's like, can you do this? What's that? Click this. It's the big E. The thing that looks like an E. Click that. Oh, I do that for my mum and my parents all the damn time. The amount of times I've had to reset phones and things like that is because apparently I'm the techno whiz kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the way it is now. Every like teenager and 20-year-old is automatically tech support for their parents. I think that has to be written into like your birth contract. It's like in 30 years you will be sorting your parents' technology out.
I remember my mum once got a smartphone. She was like, "Oh, Danny, how do I work autocorrect?" So I was like, "It's auto."
Yeah. Just try typing in a swear word. If it changes, then autocorrect is on. The amount of times I wanted to tell people to go and duck themselves, it's ridiculous.
Oh. Ducking hell.
Exactly, ducking hell. I think it's Samsung and Apple wanting us to be less sweary.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No. No. Oh boy. Oh, I've had fun in this one. This one's going to be quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, before now, I'd only had like maybe half a dozen video calls, and now I've got more than enough. I didn't even think this would work, but apparently it does. There you go.
Yay.
So like I said, Danny, thanks very much for being here. Obviously, you know, a lovely Bowser outfit. You want to give a 12 for the camera? So give a 12 for the camera so they can see your tail.
Okay.
Yay! Wonderful. Thanks very much, Danny. You've been an absolutely fantastic guest.
Yeah.
You too.
So we'll get this up in a few days. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Danny, we'll see you at a con real soon. The amount of times. I mean, I remember back at was it Canuck?
Canuck.
Yeah, professional. You just chucked that all over your keyboard.
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, when me and Helen started doing these talks, it would like Michael and Gary, they'd randomly just like come in to the shot. It was quite funny.